Hi there, Capricorn. It's August 2024. Pardon me. Oh, this is an important month. I'm going to start the planets' revolutions around your horoscope. And you'll notice here the Sun and Venus in this 8th house. More importantly, on the 4th, the transit of the Moon into this 8th house creates the new moon. So this is definitely a whole new perspective on life and, most importantly, your relationships. It's a psychological sector, Capricorn. So what's needed now with this new moon in the 8th house is almost like a rebirth, if I could put it that way. Before rebirth comes death. Now, I don't mean that literally. I mean that if, for example, you've been struggling in a relationship, the communication hasn't been great, the intimacy hasn't been all that good and fulfilling, then you need a new perspective. That could be the death of a relationship and the resuscitation of it. There's a reappraisal of a lot of your values right now as a result of this retrograde Mercury, which starts its reverse dance on the 4th of August. Now, this reappraisal is as much a reappraisal of your own attitudes and responses in your relationships to a reappraisal of your partner's, your spouse, your long-term partner's attitudes as well. The new moon is significant for your marital affairs because it rules this 7th house. So when the moon is going through its different phases, and the new moon and the full moon and the eclipses, of course, are very, very pertinent for you because they regulate this 7th sector of your horoscope. So whenever these lunations are taking place, you can safely assume that there's going to be some big change in the nature of your relationships with the person you love most. This can also apply to business relationships as well. You notice that the Sun remains here in this 8th house of shared resources. So it's not only an emotional sector, it's a financial sector. It's where you get money from other people, where you deal with money with others, banks, insurance agencies. Take a look at the retrograde motion of Mercury back into this sector. So this is a renegotiation, perhaps, a reconsideration of your banking, your financial and long-term economic strategies. Give this some good thought throughout this month. You are prompted to do that, and more so when you see the full moon entering into this 2nd house of finance and income. This could indicate not only shared resources with your partner, but working with your partner to jointly earn more income together. So there could be some creative elements associated with this, and that's going to be more so the case when the moon enters its exaltation sign of Taurus here later in the month, around the 23rd and 24th. The moon will be moving through here. There can be sudden sparks of intuition, insights, creative blasts, and that's the result of Uranus still maintaining its transiting position in your 5th house of creativity and children. You'll notice the Sun moves and exchanges places with Mercury. Mercury rules Virgo and the Sun rules Leo. So here we have an interchange, what we call mutual exchange of these planets. 8th and 9th. 9th is education, expansion of your understanding and ideas. Of this 8th house, shared resources, shared intimacy with the person that you love. That's also shown by this transit of Venus throughout August against the opposition of the Saturn and then of Neptune. So this is a restructuring of your emotions and the way that you deal with relationships. If you're not feeling particularly strong or passionate, then you need to go through this phase of reappraisal to ask yourself and to dig deeply here in this 8th house, how can I deepen that relationship? How can I make it more meaningful? How can I understand my partner more? Mercury goes direct on the 29th. So the last couple of days of the month is where you will see a bit of a turnaround in this part of your life. I might add, just before I finish too, the Mars-Jupiter transit in the 6th house is very, very important. A cautionary note that you don't overdo your work, don't overstrain yourself in the way in which you exercise. It's a month where you should just chill out a little bit. You can still achieve a lot. That's also shown towards the very last couple of days of the month with Venus moving into the upper part of your horoscope, but that's for next month. In the meantime, do take a look at the additional information on your transits there for the month of August, Capricorn. I think you'll find it interesting. astrology.com.au. Follow the links. Do like us, do subscribe, and do come back next month where I'll have more for you and your sun sign, Capricorn, in September 2024. Take care. Bye-bye.